We're now recording. Well, Nikki, it's fantastic to be having this conversation with you. Thank you very much for finding the time for it. I know you're amazingly busy with all the joy work that you do.
Thank you, Joe. It's a wonderful treat to be with you, and it's always wonderful connecting with the joy and the laughter community. So may this be the start of love and light out to all of you.
Yes, fantastic. So, Nikki, what is joy to you? What does joy mean to you, Nikki?
I always love that question. For me, joy is that state of being that encapsulates the fullness of who I am, of who we all can be.
Yeah.
So like when I focus only on one thing, I may be disheartened or maybe excited or something. Whereas if I'm focusing on the whole aspect of my being, then the experience for me naturally is joy. And so, yeah, it's this all encompassing space for where the lightness of being is.
Oh, very nice. Yes. Lightness of being and space.
Yes.
And all encompassing.
Yes.
All encompassing.
100% all encompassing.
Yes. And so how important is this to you, Nikki?
It's fundamental to me, Joe. It's absolutely fundamental. And I 100% want to say I'm human. And so I allow myself to ride the waves of being human. And I use the joy tools that I've been blessed to work with and play with and develop over the last 18 years to keep coming back to that. Because when I'm in that space of joy, wonderful things happen and everything feels light. And when I'm often in the humanness and all the stuff that, the nonsense that being human kind of brings, then it's really good to realign and come back again to that true.
So actually, joy and your awareness of joy and the way you relate and live with it actually helps you deal with the kind of the humanness of life that we all go through. If I've heard you right.
Yes, 100%. I mean, it's so perfect you're even laughing with that, because reconnecting with the laughter circles and with laughter yoga and the community of joy catalysts in all the different forms that they are is a perfect reminder. One of the things that they say in business of those pillars of success, that you need to actually have accountability. And so when we're able to tune in to any of the community that are out there that are a stand for that frequency of lightness of being, for that frequency of joy, for that frequency of love and laughter, then it immediately reminds me and reminds us, like you said, puts it back into the awareness. So that state of awareness comes back.
Fantastic. Yes, absolutely. So what would be your top joy tip? By the way, you're welcome to have more than one.
You see, because I was going to say, Joe, that's like after 18 years of playing in this field of joy, the first thing that I would say 100% is give joy, you'll get joy.
Yes, very nice. Yes.
And it's so interesting how so much of being actually in our world, when I focus on the give, the get always takes care of itself. And most of the last 18 years, I've spent a lot of time, doing outreach and working with children and youth and elderly and caregivers. And again, I ask myself after the session, I'm like, really? Did you do that for them or did you do it for you? Because you get so much out of it. I'm like, yes.
Yes, yes. Lovely. You probably know it's a quotation, apparently sort of from the Dalai Lama, that one of the most selfish things we can ever do is be nice to someone, because what we give out comes back.
Here. Here. The other joy tool, Joe, that I would share is a wonderful one that kind of over the years has whittled down into a really powerful little acronym. And essentially it's a transformation tool that inspires joy. And that is that at any point in my life, I can notice if I'm not in a state of joy or not in a state of causing joy, right? Sometimes I might just need to be in my nonsense, and that's fine. And if I truly wish to, up level and move to the next space, then I need to let go of whatever is not serving me. So the first L stands for let go. The second L, first L stands for look. The second L stands for let go. So sometimes I'm so attached to that way of being, I want to hold on to it because I don't know anything else. But I actually have to consciously let go. And then the final one is C, which stands for choose. So I'm going to use a perfect example. Recently I've had this weird little pattern that's started going on in my mind of like, oh, you're never going to get things done in time. And I noticed that the moment I start saying that to myself, the anxiety starts, the overwhelm starts. And then I'm like, okay, cool, practice the tools. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm looking at it. Is this a win for everybody? No. Is it a win for me? No, it's not a win for the world. I'm not causing joy with this. I can see, I'm looking at it, and I can absolutely notice I have to let it go. I consciously let it go, as in I go into myself. I even physicalize it sometimes and like pull it out of like a weed. I'm like, you're out. I'm not keeping you. You're wasting my time. and then I consciously choose a new state of being. And so normally that would be like, cool, an affirmation where I'm affirming, okay, cool, I've got all the time that I need in order to get it done. Or I'm just going to take another action right now, which will help me to get closer to that goal. And so it's a really lovely one. And with laughter, obviously, you can take it to the next level, because you could do all of that. You could do the look, having a little giggle at ourselves. Look, oh, there I am again. I'm doing that thing again. And then really let it go and add some mirth to it, because we all know that the moment we put the joy physicalized in laughter form into our being, it actually creates that form as well. And then I choose with that state of joy to get on with it, because generally it's just an excuse.
Fantastic. I tell you, my mind, what came into my mind as you were speaking then, Nikki, it's like double L. It was so look and laugh, let go and laugh, and choose.
Nice. I like it. So we're really like, which actually could be another form of gibberish. See. Nutters.
It's such a lovely tool, that.
Yeah.
So look, we're gonna and just sort of, oh well, this is where I am. This is what's happening. This is what is going on, right? And then having looked and having seen that clearly, then you can let go and choose something. Oh, I choose to return to joy. I choose to realign to joy, or whatever. Lovely, Nikki. Lovely.
Yeah. Beautiful. And then I think my final favorite is one that we created a 10-day WhatsApp program. Please feel free to, anybody wants it, just message me. We'll get you on the massive joy. We have a little a 10-day WhatsApp program. But basically it's another acronym, and there's fundamentals in this, in massive. And massive has 3 S's. So it stands for movement, because really most of our frustration is the lack of movement, movement in the project, movement in life, physical movement, as in get up and get dancing, have some fun, move. So movement, appreciation. I don't think I need to even dive into that much, but spend some time appreciating what you have. Self-care, really diving into the layers of what that first S is. Spirit, make time to nurture spirit. Share, get hold of people and tell people about what's going on with your life. Share your life, share your spirit, share your energy, share your gifts, share your resources, share your laughter. Make some time to integrate. So a lot of the pace of our world at the moment is going. So you need that I. That I time is that reflection, that meditation time to just integrate it all. V for be the vessel, open yourself up, clear your vessel, take care of your vessel, but also be the vessel. Let that lightness of being come through your being out to others. And finally, E, evolve every day. Wake up every morning and go, today I'm not yesterday. In fact, this moment, I'm not this morning.
Yes.
I'm already seeing people putting memes out of 2021 was a fire and now we're jumping and going into another fire. I'm like, really? You're creating your whole year in January as that? Really? Yeah. I'm like, here's another way. How about every single day I'm going to keep evolving? Yes. And even if that's just another healthy practice that I'm getting a little better at, or a lot more laughter or more movement. And so the whole cycle completes itself again. But yeah, we have a beautiful little 10-day WhatsApp program with that.
Massive.
We're going to have all the L's, all the S's.
Well, I'm sure people will be fascinated by that, and Nikki, as I guessed and as I said before we started, I knew this conversation would be a joy. It's been fantastic. Thank you very, very much for sharing your time, your insights, your presence, your joy, your acronyms. It's been absolutely lovely having this time with you, Nikki.
Oh, bless you, Joe, and thank you for your work, and thank you for being bold and asking for the space to chat. I'm always open to chatting and growing the knowledge base and sharing. And I wish all your listeners and viewers just the most joyful 20 plenty new. May you just be so surprised by how much joyous new shows up in your life, layers of evolved new levels of joy.
Nikki, thank you very, very much.
Yay. Thank you, Joe.